I'm Kathryn Raaker, and welcome to Timeless Performers. And we have some really wonderful performers with us tonight, and they are Kelsey Lee, who is an expert on Kelsey Lee's Teen Corner on my radio show, and an aspiring, wonderful little new actress. And we also have with us today a producer, director, actor, Michael Loos of Loos Change Films. And I want to welcome you to our show tonight. How are you all?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Great to see you, Kathryn.
Good to see you too. You were on my radio show the other day, and you know what's so exciting about television is that you really get to see the person, whereas radio, you know, you could look like anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
Totally.
So tell me, let's start with Kelsey. She's the youngest, and then we'll go to the older person, right? Kelsey, you started when you were 3 years old. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, who mentored you? If you can think about this, who mentored you in film? And did you always like watching television or movies?
That's an interesting question because really, I like both. Anything that can hold my attention, that's saying a lot for me, because a good movie or a good television show is going to hold your attention, and it's going to be one of the best films you've ever seen if you're really going to like it, if that makes any sense.
Well, today all the kids are performing Frozen. What did you perform when you were 3?
Well, when I was 3, we still had the little Disney classics,
right?
Like The Little Mermaid and Cinderella and stuff like that. So basically, my favorite Disney princess was really in the mojo, I guess, when I was little.
Right.
So that varied as well as my age.
Did you perform those characters?
I did.
In front of the mirror, in front of the television set to start what?
That was an interesting time. I did it in front of the television, in the shower, basically anywhere I was.
That's right. Now, Mike, do you mind if I call you Mike instead of Michael?
Not at all.
Mike, how old were you as a young person that you started really loving film, cinematography, television, whatever there was? Tell us about that.
Sure. I would say I was about 10 years old when I really started to gain an awareness of what was going on in the little box in the corner of the room back then. Unfortunately, that was a little box back then. So I was about 10, and I really started to reenact things that I was seeing on TV.
Right.
And we didn't have quite as many channels and as much access to the media as we do today, of course.
Right.
So I was, you know, I would hone in on a few different shows and kind of reenact those over and over and over.
Right. You know, when I was a little girl, what I used to do was plays all the time, and we had a cast of characters. We did it all. Did you guys do that?
Yes.
Did you?
I didn't. I grew up playing sports.
Oh, okay. So you really weren't there, but you were there.
Yes.
Right.
From the moment I could walk, I was basically reenacting anything I saw.
Right. I mean, we did puppets. I mean, it's really funny because I used to go down to my cousin Janet's, who's one of our camera people, and we would put on all these plays all the time. We would do all these fun things for the neighborhood. And so once you get it in your blood, it's like, let's act, right?
Totally.
Right?
Yes.
So when did you know in your heart of hearts, and we're going to ask Mike this first, did you really want to do this for a full-time job?
In high school.
In high school?
In high school, yes. You know, I was really involved with our speech and drama club. Found out I was actually pretty good at it, which was a surprise to me. It seemed like every time we performed, we got great compliments, and almost always I was the lead character.
Oh, you were?
I was. So that really gave me a lot of confidence, and I actually started out as a theater major in college as well.
Oh, okay. Now, Kelsey, when did you go on the stage for the first time? Because you're only 14, right?
Yeah. But
okay.
I can't remember quite the first time.
Grade school?
Yes.
Third grade, second grade, something like that?
Actually, I remember at my school that every year they have a 4th grade play. So as they do for an 8th grade play.
Right.
Because our school only goes up to 8th grade. But so when I was in 4th grade, we did Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah. So
And did you get to dance?
Yes, we did all triple threats. So
Right. So that was really kind of fun, right?
yes.
I remember doing Peter Pan, and I thought that was really cool. And I love the wires. And did you do anything with wires yet,
No, not yet.
Mike?
No, not until I started acting professionally.
Right. Stunts. Do you like to do stunts?
I tend to pay for them afterwards, but I do. I really do. I don't ever want someone else stepping into my role and kind of taking over what my impression of my character is. So I
Right.
want to do them as opposed to having a stunt person come in.
Now, a little bear told me that this one right here sitting next to us, Kelsey, likes to do stunts. Right? True?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Because it's just fun. I mean, like.
Is it exhilarating? It's like riding a roller coaster?
Yes. I am a total daredevil. I will probably be the one jumping off of a 50-foot rope swing, which has happened before.
Right.
Versus the one being on the floor, ground watching that. So.
Well, I have to surprise you too. A friend of mine who's a priest that's a real good friend of ours talked me into doing the one at Kings Island where you're in a ball and they throw you up in the air.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't believe I did it. And then my granddaughter talked me into doing the one where they put you up, that you lie flat like this, they put you up and then you free fall. So the only thing
Wow.
I haven't done is jump out of an airplane. I'm pretty much of a daredevil. So I'm just like you two, right? Do you still ride roller coasters?
I don't.
Why?
I actually get headaches now.
Headaches?
I'm not as young as I used to be, Kathryn.
Oh, give me a
I
break.
put shame upon thee.
That's not a good excuse. What are you going to do when your kid wants to go on a roller coaster?
Exactly.
My wife's going to have to take him.
Really? Are you serious? You want to
True
do
story.
stunts? You want to do stunts, but you can't do roller coasters.
I do stunts, and again, I love the rush of doing stunts.
Right.
But roller coasters give me such terrible headaches. They're just, it's unbearable for me. So I don't
Right.
do them anymore.
You don't do them anymore.
No.
So which rides do you like at the amusement parks?
I like rides that go upside down rides. There
Right.
is actually one roller coaster. I forgot the name of it.
Right.
But it like literally
Right.
spins.
It's
the track
like-
spins.
It's like so exhilarating.
It's just fun.
There's one
quite
out in
literally.
California where they do, it's like Superman or something where you go, choo. Like the first thing you do is go, choo. And that to me is a rush.
I remember the Rockin' Roller Coaster in Disney World.
Right.
You take off so fast in the beginning of the ride. Like, you just take off. And
Right.
they count down. They're like, secure everything, and they're like 3, 2, 1, and then the ride just takes off, and you're just like, Jesus, if I make out alive, please, I'll do everything.
Yeah, right. That's the truth. That's the truth. You know, the one thing that really excites me about acting is that you can get into the character of that person and you relive it. How long does it take you, Kelsey, in some of the parts that you've done to get into character? How long?
Well, that depends, because it depends on when I'm told, because as soon as I'm told, I am that character.
You, Mike?
I built my character for several months, actually, leading up to the work, if there's that amount of time
Right.
leading up to the role. But once I get onto a set, I'm still about an hour to 2 hours just to prep to get on the set.
Right. How long does it take each one of you to do your lines?
Oh, I can memorize right before the scene.
A couple of days in
Couple
most
of
cases,
days.
yeah. I actually,
Do you ad-lib a lot?
I do. You know,
I do too.
I'm pretty
That's the reason
comfortable
why.
with it. So, you know, I know that if we have to do something quickly, if we get our pages maybe 15 minutes or a half an hour before we're shooting, I can get the main point of the scene and I can
Right.
make it happen. But I'm probably not going to be perfect.
Right. So I think ad-libbing actually comes with a lot of it, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it depends, because if you're really in the character, if you're really in the moment, you're probably going to not get the lines perfectly and probably say something slightly different.
Or that you feel the character would do, right? And I've seen that happen many, many times. You know, we have to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Michael Loos of Loos Change Films, right?
Correct.
And Kelsey Lee, our teen expert. Okay? We'll be right back on Timeless Performers. Little children aren't the only ones afraid of the dark. Millions of soldiers return from war zones with PTSD, anger, frustration, fear, and loneliness, much of which surfaces during the darkness of the night. You have the chance to change the lives of these American heroes. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us provides free MP3 players for these men and women. With a list of 3 million songs in 16 different styles, 100,000 audiobooks, and 30,000 old-time radio programs, every veteran can find something to soothe and comfort them at no cost. All our players contain an 8-hour audio program designed to help veterans fall asleep. With 1,500 plus vets now participating, it's our goal to deliver 10,000 audio players this year. Go to our website at songsandstoriesforsoldiers.us. Help us help a veteran make it through the night.